Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Look how pretty that looks laid out like that. So hope you're having a great day. So in this video, before that big bright orange thing in the sky over there comes out and wrecks my video, I'm going to go over what it cost to put this together and how we did it. So stay tuned. So there's four major components to this build that we got through SS Chassis Works. Huge thanks to SS Chassis Works, Steven. Can't thank you enough for all your help getting this car done. First thing, frame rails. Frame rails are going to cost you roughly, depending on the length, in the range of $600 to $700. Now these are not full frame rails because we used a front suspension and modified the front suspension. But basically, in this picture, this is what a frame rail consists of. So frame rails, $600, $600 to $700. Second major component, frame stiffeners. Frame stiffeners are going to run you $300 to $400. Third major component, it's going to be your hoop, your rear hoop, to tie your frame rails together, along with the stiffeners. And then the fourth major component in this is miscellaneous sheet metal. I happen to use a half a sheet of 1/4-inch plate to tie the frames together. So you have your front clip, and then you've got your frame rails plated all four sides, creating a nice solid bond with the two. The other thing was your DOM tubing and your miscellaneous. Now, starting with the front, I made upper control arms out of 1/2-inch plate. I had to buy, obviously, some of that, so that was roughly $50. Did some modifying to the lower control arm. We flipped the ball joint. Gave us about 3 inches more travel height. Then we went with a set of drop spindles. That brought us to about 5.5 plus or minus a ½ inch or so. That allowed me enough travel to use the front clip. Now again, keep in mind, before I even used the front clip, all of this stuff was planning and modding and you know, doing some crunching some numbers on the table. Obviously, if it wasn't going to work, we wouldn't be able to use it. So figured out it worked. Cheapest way to go, and that's what we did. Pancake the front cross member to allow your clearance when it laid out and aired out on the ground. Going down to the midsection. Went with a link setup, which you're going to see right here. This is a 2-link setup with a Watts link, along with adjustable pinion angle adjusters or stiffeners, or however you want to call it. But basically what that does is it stops your rear from rotating. And then there's the miscellaneous, which is going to be all your grade 8 hardware. Lots and lots of grade 8 hardware. That was a couple $100 right there. Your 5/8 bolts for your link bars. You got some 9/16 bolts in there. You've got 1/2-inch bolts in there. You've got all sorts of grade 8 hardware in the front for your upper ball joints, for your shocks, and all that other fun stuff. All in all, between the spindles and all the parts that I had to get, chassis rails, stiffeners, steel from the shop, sheet metal for the floor, all that fun stuff, roughly cost around $3,000. Keep in mind, it's a fairly big car, right? So if you were building a Samurai or a mini truck or an OBS, anything of that nature, obviously it's going to cost you less because it's not as big. But roughly in the range, with shipping from SS Chassis Works, which are based out of North Carolina, $3,000 for a chassis when you're all said and done, that could cost you anywhere of $15,000 to $20,000. It's pretty good. And keep in mind, it took me 3 months to build this on the long side. 2 of those 3 months were grinding very hard daily, 7 days a week. So, you know, you can do it, build it at your leisure. And man, that's it. So, in Brandon's case and Shelly's case, they had to pay for shipping from Texas to here, and now from here back to Texas, roughly $1,500, $1,600. So at the end of the day, $5 grand that they had spent, not bad. One more thing to consider, guys. I have never met Brandon and Shelly. I don't have friends that know them. I gave up 3 months of my time and I built this chassis for free. So you might say to yourself, why in the hell did you build a chassis for free? Most people can't grasp that concept. It's cheaper for me to reach out to people to say, hey, you know, would you be willing to, you know, airbag your car or truck, and I'll do all the labor for free, but you're going to pay for all the materials. So if I was to constantly having to buy vehicles on this channel, I'd be broke. I'd have to be a millionaire. Samurai cost me, I don't know, $15,000 to do. I have the Cameo. That's a whole nother build that I'm going to start. Actually going to start it very soon. It might even be next, but it's a lot cheaper for me to work on somebody else's vehicle than constantly having to produce and come up with content, you know, for the channel. So that's why this channel is based around you and not me. I'm going to help you build your dream, and you're going to fund it. Not for my labor, but for the parts. So keep in mind, obviously the sun's coming up. I'm trying to beat the sun. You can see in through here, the oil pan is laying. Chassis is tucked up inside of the body. Has a total of 12 body mounts holding the body together. So I'm fighting currently with the steering nut to get the steering wheel on because the car is leaving tomorrow, but this was the only portion of the center for the transmission that I had to remove. This is the only panel that I had to cut. This is all stock floor right here. So this is the tunnel for the dry shaft to come through, and your bar for your back seat. A little dirty in here. They're gonna do some cleaning, they're gonna do some painting. Just keep in mind that's why it looks the way it looks. So come in through here. Yeah, that's basically it. So I had added some braces underneath. Keep in mind all the original floor bracing, the majority of it had to get removed. The chassis is tucked up to here. That's why this is this high. The braces from the inner rockers start from the inner, come to about here, and then I added some braces, and this is very strong, rolled on both top and bottom, plug welded, stitched all the way down, and yeah. Bumpers on. Almost, once this airs out, you know, fully, the rear bumper should lay on the ground. And once his oil pan obviously is replaced, you can see we're missing about, I don't know, 2 inches of travel. You can see the rear set up in here. Try and get you in here like this so you can see it. Pretty cool. Keep in mind, guys, I did all this labor for free on this car. built this car basically for them for free, you know, in exchange for content for the channel. I just wanted to air it up to show you guys how high, how much travel it has. It's pretty cool. And that's basically it. So $5,000 materials and transportation to and from Houston. That's not bad, man. And look what they have. They got a pretty bitchin' car. So that's basically it, guys. Sum it up in a nutshell, what it cost, you know, for me to do the wagon for them. There's no hidden fees, there's no catches to it, and there's no I pay you Tuesday, you know, for a hamburger today. That shit it's not like that. This was done, you know, for free. So the next project, what I'm gonna do, I don't know exactly, but what I do know is I've got to clean this garage up. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, a lot of cool tools that I use, but that's my favorite right there. I'm gonna save that for later, for another video on what I do with that. And yeah, so half of it's cleaned. I got a little more to do. Move some stuff around, and that'll be our next video. Walk you through my garage. So guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope it takes off, you know, more and more, get some more people to see it. It's a pretty bitchin' car, man. Pretty bitchin' car. I can't wait to see it finished. Can't thank Shelly and Brandon enough for trusting me to do this to their car. Guys are great. Can't thank SS Chassis Works enough for helping me with this build. Good dude. Highly recommend them anytime you want to do any frame rails or C-notches or anything of that nature. Hit him up, link down in the description. He's a great guy, and he's cheap, and his turnaround is wicked fast. So guys, have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.